is coming in the next 2 weeks. Okay, it's on week 10. Okay, on 24th of March. Okay, morning 8 to 10 a.m. That means during lecture time. I'm using the lecture time to do that. The mode of assessment is online. Okay, still online. Okay, then the duration is 1.5 hours. Okay, but you are given another 30 minutes for submission time. Okay, anyway, you have to save your file within this 1.5 hours. Okay, after that you have to submit already. So your last day, let's say I start at 8, so your last day time on the file is 9:30. Okay, so after if I see your file, after 9, your save your file is 9.31. That means you are over. You still doing after the deadline time. All right, so you should stay before by 9:30. Okay, and then after 9:30 to 10 o'clock you can submit. Okay, within this time. And please, I think this is not the first time you sit for your test, right? Don't stand in last minute. That means you say 10 o'clock then only you stand 10 o'clock. All right, because sometimes there is a gap time. Then when you come into my box, it's already 10:05, and you have to ask you. All right, so please make yourself 5 minutes early. Okay, if you really, because this 30 minutes actually the purpose is for those who have Wi-Fi problem. All right. And the topic cover is lecture 1 until lecture 8. Okay, that is today's lecture as well. Okay, and there are only have three sections there. Okay, and assessment for maths. 3 sections. Section A is type and CQ. Okay, each question's got 2 marks, so it's 20 marks in total for the section A. Section B is fill in the blank. It's very simple in the sense that we fill in the blank, but the question is simple. Okay, section C is the one comprehensive questions. Okay, so this question is a written question. Okay, 20 marks. Okay, so total is 50 marks together. Alright, so please mark down the calendar on this date. Okay. Any questions? Okay, so this is the first important message I want to deliver to you all. Okay. Therefore, I hope that everyone is attending my class and get informed. Okay. All right. So this is the first thing, and then now I'm going to start my lecture. You see my screen now? Okay. So for this is it's the accounting concept and conventions. So basically there are actually more than that, but at the level we will learn only the 10 concept, okay, or accounting concept and conventions that are commonly practiced in preparing financial statements. Okay. So that means to say as concept, that means to say you have to base on this like play Monopoly. There is some rule and regulation you need to follow, right? So the concept is the same. So you have the same concept before you prepare the financial statement. So everyone who will the financial statement must be based on the same assumption and concept. Otherwise, you have your own game, I have my own game, then you cannot get a concept. Alright, so this is called concept. So in this way, all users will be able to understand the financial statement prepared by different businesses. Alright, let me just say, I use the accounting concept, this one, so you also do the same thing. So when we talk, we talk in the same language, right or not? So this is what that means, you will understand the financial statement different by different business. Okay, so following are the concepts and conventions that you study. So first one is a business entity concept, alright? So, okay, look at here, we've got span, going concern, accounting period, money measurement, historical cost, exchange, consolidism or prudence, we call it, consistency, concept, objectivity, and last one is approval. examples. All right. Okay, comes to here. The first one, okay, business entity concept. Okay, so for business entity concept, right? They say that the business entity is separate from the owner, even though the owner is a founder and contributed by capital to the business. All right. So and therefore the business is treated as owing money to the owner, and the capital is contributed to be shown as equity. Okay. So because of this concept, a lot of people, those who did not study account before, they will think that I am the businessman, I'm the owner of the business. So all the business money is my money is the business money, right? A lot of Chinamen, those that they talk to uncle always like, 我的钱来吗？我的生意吗？ Okay, but for us as an accounting student, business is business. Your money is your money. It's separate. Whatever money you found inside, okay, is called capital. Okay, if you take out some resources from the business, let's say you take out the business money, the cash or check to buy your own cars, this one is not the car is not belongs to the business. It belongs to the owner. So this is called drawing. Am I right? So because of this concept, business entity concept, there are two accounts is created. What are the two accounts? What is called? That is C1, correct? Capital. Okay, so when the business owner give any resources to the business, bring in some cash or bring in his own assets into the business, we call it capital. So we debit the assets to the business and credit the capital. All right, so capital means to say the business is owing to the owner because the owner bring in resources in fact. All right, and when the owner use the resources for his own use is called drawing. All right, so this is because of the business entity concept. All right, so if the business pays any personal transactions of the owner, okay, and this payment will show a drawings and deducted from the capital account. All right, so these two accounts is created because of this concept, drawings and capital account. Okay, without this concept, actually, we do not need to open capital and drawing account. Am I right? Okay, so on this because this is the business entity concept. Okay, next one is the going concern. Okay, going concern is the business entity is assumed to operate indefinitely. Indefinitely, that means to say is forever. We assume that the business is going to operate or to exist in future. Okay, that means it will continue perpetually. Okay, so therefore the asset acquired the business are recorded at the original cost and not valued at the break-even price or disposal price. Okay, so for this purpose, right? Remember when we buy asset, we will based on the purchase price, right? That's why I say purchase invoice is very important. Okay, you buy asset, you should have it supported by the invoice, right? So then normally we will record our asset or liability based, especially asset, based on the original cost, right? Because we assume this company is still surviving for the next future years, all right? So if let's say one day the company started like AirAsia now, you know AirAsia, okay, the air airplane. So recently, you know that AirAsia is actually is be classified as PN17. 你们知道什么叫 PN17 吗? Do you know what is PN17? PN17 that means to say this company having a problem in financial problem. Yeah, the asset is lesser than the liability. Okay, that means the liability is you owe people money. Okay, asset is you have the resources. So now AirAsia, the liability is more than the asset. So it's very dangerous. If the banker or the loan, the supplier call them to pay money, they cannot pay. Okay, then they can sue the banker anytime. Okay, so anytime they can go for banker. That's why Tony Fernandez is keep on changing the business model from the aeroplane, the air industry, okay, the airplane industry, they change to the the Grab, like the Grab service like that. Now they want to do the financing, digital like it, something like that. Okay, so in this case, if you are the accountant to do the accounts, all right, you will be different. Then you will set up a different set of account. So normally his aeroplane, the aircraft, let's say worth 3 million. But because this company now they have financial distress, right? This aeroplane, the price can go down. Okay, because now you have to force down your aircraft to pay for your debts, isn't it? For your debts, for your time, right? So in this case, the airplane original cost supposedly to be 3 million, but now because of the disposal value, that means the layout price and the correct breakout price of disposal price is much more lower than the original cost. Okay, so now when you do the account for this company, then you will have to mark down all your asset value. Okay, at least 10 to 20%. It depends on how desperate you need to sell your asset. Therefore, now AirAsia is already very big shit because its liability is a lot. And then the accountants need to do the accounts for them. They want to mark down their asset like it a lot. Okay, so if a listed company that Security Commission SC, the Security Commission's KIC, you label them or classify them as PN70. Okay, so next time people call PN70， 你知道这个公司是因为它已经有 financial problem。OK， 明白吗？这个是basic knowledge 哦 ，OK， 给你们知道。Of course， 考试我们I will ask you what is PN70 啊 ，this is your extra knowledge 啊 ，OK。So this is what we mean. So for normal case, okay, without me saying that, then we will do the normal account like what we did in the financial statement, normal one, okay. So all the asset is based on original cost, right? But so we assuming it's like that, all right? Unless the company have going concern issue, that means have problem going concern, we expect this company go closer, then you will set up a separate account for them and you have to disclose a note. Okay, this company is actually facing some going concern problem. Okay, and recently there's one company also that have a going concern problem. It's not because of PN70, it's because the whole factory went up. Okay, so he had to stop productions in the short term. So then accountant also have to concern whether this company can survive or not because it closed down the whole things, went up the whole factories. Okay, so this is going concern. So in normal case, then if the company has no going concern, we just record the asset based on origin cost. Okay, but if the company has going concern issue, okay, then you will record the asset based on breakup or disposal value. Okay, okay, so later you can go to actually those that buy the ebooks, right? You can check. You can go for the ebooks. There's a lot of examples given and questions. Okay, you can go through that. All right. And next one is the accounting sheet. Accounting. You want to see me or see your friends? those at home one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, next one is accounting periods. Okay, accounting period I think is quite straightforward. Remember when we do our financial statements, right? Have you go through your this week tutorial already? Okay, so if yes, then you see when you do the section 3 or 4, okay, then you will have the financial statement, right? Statement of financial position or statement of profit and loss for the year and right? So this one is the accounting period. Accounting period can be different from calendar period. What is calendar period? Calendar period or calendar year is 1st January until 31st December. So okay, January to 31st December. But for accounting period or financial period, it can be end at any month so long it's 12 months. So if let's say your financial period is start from 1st of February, then you will end at next year, 31st January, next year. 1st January next year. Okay, so this one is called accounting period, and the life of the business is divided in a specific period of time for the purpose of preparing a financial statement, and usually is 1 year. Okay, in under normal circumstances, all the companies should close their account every 12 months. Okay, and every 12 months you must close. You cannot say, hey, this month I think I want to close my account half year, and next month I want to close, next year I want to close 24, use 24 months to close, cannot. Okay, 12 months, 12 months. You can choose any, start from anyone. First Jan also can, 1st February also can, 1st July also can. So long is 12 months. Okay, so this is the accounting period. And therefore, the annual financial statement I prepare is in every year. Okay, so this one is very simple to understand, accounting period. Next one is a money measurement. Okay, money measurement is the money is used as a measuring unit of financial reporting. Okay, so therefore, Ringgit Malaysia is a measurement unit, okay, to report all the business transaction. All right. So in Malaysia, all you look at the annual reports, all are denominated in RM. Even though you have some business in Australia or Singapore in US dollars or Singapore dollars, when you prepare, you have to convert, use the conversion rate to convert back to Malaysia when you prepare that. Okay, let's say you have an investment, you buy some bond in Singapore. Okay, it's in US dollar. When you prepare your Malaysian company's account, you have to convert all your investment in Singapore to Malaysian ringgit. All right, so this is called Ringgit Malaysian. So you never see an annual report for two that currency in it. No, that's not. Okay, only one. All right, so this is Malaysian. So this is the rules that they set, okay? And next one is historical cost. Okay, historical cost concept. Okay, all transactions are recorded at their original cost incurred at the time those transactions took place. All right, and therefore recording the transaction should be based on the amount stated in the invoice and bill. Okay, historical cost means to say, okay, let's say you buy a house in Bukit Jalil, okay, long time ago. That time Bukit Jalil is not developed yet. Okay, so maybe you buy just double-story house is only 200,000 or 250,000. But now Bukit Jalil is a lot of developments upcoming. All right, so Pavilion 2 also there. So the asset value, so when you bought the time, you will record this as the original cost. 250,000 in your books, okay? But when now after 20 years, actually your double-story house is worth, let's say 500,000, double up your price, okay? In your record, can you recognize 500,000 or not? Cannot, okay? This concept not allow you to do so, okay? This concept not allow you to do so. So you still have to record 250,000, all right? So this is called historical cost is original concept. And you understand this original cost is based on historical cost concept. You don't confuse with this going concern. Okay, going concern, if you have no problem in going concern, then everything is original cost. If you have problem, then you will have to record your asset at a lower price. Okay, when you have going concern problem. Okay, this is called historical cost. So all your assets should be valued as based on the invoice value. Okay, you cannot more, cannot less. Okay, you can be less. Okay, later I will go this one, next one. Okay, prudent concept. Okay, asset and income should not be overstated. Okay, highlight this. Asset and income cannot be overstated. Okay, and liability or expenses cannot be understated. So our two accountants, accountant is very prudent or conservative. Prudence means we're very pessimistic and 悲观的. We always think of the very bad side. Okay, 做最坏的打算 correct. Alright. So what that means by that? Asset and income 是好的东西 is a good thing, isn't it? But we will not, therefore we cannot overstate that. 就好像 asset， 刚才我讲的那个 building, the house, okay? 20 years ago you buy it at 250,000, but after 20 years it's already 500,000. You cannot record it. You cannot recognize this as 500,000. Okay, so But if one day your house burn up, like now got banjir, right? The flooding in, your house suddenly banjir, then the area is actually no more value. Now it's knocked down to market price is only 150,000. Then you have to adjust the price, you know. You can mark down, you cannot mark up. It's because of the prudence concept. We cannot overvalue yourself. Okay, so this is the conservating of that. Okay, prudence concept is very strong one. A lot of accounting standards is based on this prudence concept. Right? And also the income. If let's say you think that when you close your account on the 31st December, let's say, but you already have a business, have a deal with your customer, said you want to sell something to your customer on 2nd of January, 就是2天之后 okay, I will sell you 1 million sales. But now you're closed at the 31st December. You haven't got the deal yet, but you foresee you will get this revenue in next month. But prudence concept not allow you to recognize this income because it's not in yet. Okay, you cannot overstate your income. Understand? Very strict. Okay, to recognize your asset and income. And for liability and expenses, then they tell you, oh, then this one you cannot understate also. That means to say you foresee only you already need to recognize it. Okay, one example is what for this liability or for this expenses. Like have you learned the hutang, the bad debts and provision for that debts? Provision is called what? Hutang laku, is it? Hutang laku is based on this concept. What's hutang laku? That means laku is you estimate only, you guess this person cannot pay me. But belum lagi, right? It's not confirmed yet, but you can, the prudence concept allows you to make a provision. That means to say, okay, I foresee Dongsen cannot pay me, is Dongsen? Dongsen cannot pay me his debt. Okay, I want to provide it. So I will debit his debt with only 100,000. I will debit it as a hutang laku, doubtful debts, not confirmed doubtful debts, and credit to not to Dongsen account yet. I go to the provision for doubtful debts. Okay, so it's a liability. So in this case, you have to increase your expenses already. Okay, the hutang laku is an expenses, the hutang doubtful debts, and credit to provision of doubtful debts. Okay, so this is the examples. You got it down. Example provisions for that. We will learn doubtful debts like next 2 weeks. Doubtful debts. Okay, this one is one of the example. Okay, I give you another example. Prudence concept is important. That's why I give you a lot of examples. Okay, another example. What is example? You cannot overstate your asset. Another example is in your inventory. Remember, I told you inventory is important. Inventory can easily manipulate your profits. Okay, inventory. So inventory, right? We will always record at a inventory. Value at the lower of cost and net realizable value. Okay, what does it mean by that? Okay, this one is a commonly, you always use this as an example for you do not overvalue your asset. Okay, this is another example. Okay, for example, I think I talked this before. Let's say you buy an inventory, you sell handphone, you sell iPhone, all right? So iPhone is something that you are very easy for you to very fast obsolescence. Okay, so you buy, let's say 1 year ago you buy iPhone, you sell iPhone 12, so you buy what iPhone 12 is worth, let's say it's 4,000. Okay, the stock is 4,000. But after then you stock up a lot. Okay, I count 10,000. But after 1 year already, the market value of this iPhone, because after iPhone 10, then after iPhone 12, isn't it? After iPhone 12 come out, iPhone 10 no more value. The value drop. Okay, so the value drop, then your net realizable value. Net realizable means sales value. Your net realizable value. So your sales value drop. If let's say last time your cost is 4,000, now the sales value worth is only 3,005. That means in the market, people can buy from 3,005 slash the price to sell. In this case, in your accounts, you have to write down your cost, your cost of inventory. From 4,000 become 3,005. Okay, write off your assets, your inventory value. Okay. So this is means by the lower cost and net realizable value. And this is why every year end, okay, the accountant will have to go and check around how much is the value of the asset, how much is the value of your inventory worth. Okay, to make sure you not overvalue your inventory. Okay, so this is very important. And I show you one story. Last time for one company, they seems to be very good one. Asset, because inventory is asset and not is a current asset. So they have a lot of assets. Then, but all the asset actually is old stock, cannot sell one. And people do not. The last time the auditor didn't check, not so professional, okay, I thought about 20 years ago. So the company had no problem. So everybody looks at this company very good, asset a lot. Okay, asset quite a lot, and then they trust this company. But suddenly, burst out, they found out that someone is found that actually all the inventory is holds is all outdated and all is broken or cannot use one. Alright? So suddenly he had to write off his inventory from let's say 1 million. I think he wrote off until almost zero because all the inventory actually no more use. So when you write off, what is the double entry? You will credit all your inventory. And remember, because inventory is part of what? Part of your cost of sales, isn't it? I think there's a most cost of sales, man. Okay, tell me, cost of sales comprises of what? Right? 全部打去 those who have have the assessment, tell me cost of sales equals to what? Start from what? Opening inventory, then add or minus purchase? Add purchases, right? Then, if purchase, of course, if there's a return hour, you need to net off from your purchase return hour. Then minus what? What important is closing inventory. Right. So remember this cost of sales if those still blur data after you do cost of sales please jot it down. Cost of sales. Okay, the major item now I'm talking about major item is opening inventory. Short formula plus purchases. Okay. So in your purchases, you will have to think about what comprises in your purchases. You have to minus off your purchases. Then if you have return hour, you have to minus off your return hour first from your purchases. Then after that, you got a minus closing inventory. Okay, this is the equation, we call it equation for you to get your cost of sales. So remember, if the company, the closing inventory suddenly goes down, okay, if you write off your closing inventory, your over inventory item goes down, your cost of goods sold will be up or down. Will be going up, isn't it? Okay. So in this case, your profit will eat up a lot. Okay, you will slash a lot. So that company suddenly, the people find out that inventory actually is all of a sudden, cannot no value. So suddenly its cost of goods sold shoot up a lot, and then profit just gone like that. Okay, so it's very dangerous. especially for inventory. So therefore, next time if you go for your degree higher level, you will study one accounting standard or IS2, especially this standard especially govern inventory, only one item, inventory. Okay, so understand this. Okay, so therefore the potential losses are immediately recorded, but potential income should not be recorded. And this one is a lot of businessmen very angry about it. Okay, why the potential losses you want to recognize immediately, but the potential income cannot recognize. Okay, but this is accounting concept. This is because of the accounting concept. Okay, I still remember when I do audit that time, I always cannot scold by the businessman. Okay, especially when you do those Chinamen that not very educated one. Okay, they do not understand why you want to provide for that products. Okay, they say, why you want to provide the products? I'm very confident my customer will pay me one. But every time actually still got 1 or 2% people cannot pay that. Alright, so I provide for them and they will scold. Okay, they said, no. But because but you tell them it's a prudence concept, they don't understand. But it's a law. It's a law that you have to do that. Okay, but then they say, okay, I recognize the provision for that product, but I don't want. Then I understand that I want to recognize I got a good sales. I want to recognize the sales. Next month sales can or not? I said cannot. Then you scold me again. But again, you know that it cannot. Okay, because of the prudence concept, you cannot recognize any potential income. Okay, prudence concept is very important. Okay, so far absorb. Now we go for the next one, consistency. Okay, so consistency is more on the applications of the accounting method. Okay, so accounting method. What is the accounting method for depreciation? Susut nilai. Right, depreciation is susut nilai. What are the methods you use for your susut nilai? So remember. Which are the three that? Which are the three that? Right? Anyone from home? You can type out what are the methods of depreciation? Straight line method is for what?
For the car.
Apa?
Susut nilai is for the car, like.
Yes, it's for the car, on any non-current asset, even the building, equipment, yes. But there is a method for you to depreciate, isn't it? Okay, what is called straight line method? That means your cost divided by how many years of useful life. That one is called what, answer? Straight line method is called what? Not reducing. Reducing is your cost minus your accumulated depreciation. Yeah, reducing balance is one of the method. Reducing balance method 叫什么？你的answer？不知道，忘记了。straight line method 是你 cost 好像是你买100千，你 expect use 5 years, then you will use the cost divided by 5, then every year is 20,000. Every year is the same one, the depreciation. This is called straight line method in English. I don't know what else is called. Okay. Let's recall your number. For reducing balance different. Reducing balance initially you depreciate a lot. Subsequently you reduce lesser. 记得吗？你们黄黄给了那 SPM 老师。Kaedah bagi kekurangan. That one is a reducing balance method Straight line lurus Oh, garis. What size straight line? Garis lurus straight line. Okay, garis lurus exercise 你看straight line method is kaedah garis lurus. Okay, write down your. But in exam, you do not need a kaedah garis lurus you need straight line method Not need to smart yet. Okay, I'm ready to your marker, And the reducing balance method is kaedah bagi kekurangan. Berkurangan. Okay, those so you can relate that you have learned in SPM. Okay or not? Okay, so Let's say, come back to here, consistency concept. Let's say this, I buy a car for this year, all right? I decided to depreciate my asset, my car, my motor vehicle using straight line method. Okay, so let's say this car is 100,000, I use 5 years to depreciate. First year is 20,000. The second year, I suddenly say, hey, I don't want no. I think I want to change it. Okay, I change it to reducing balance method. Can or not? Answer is cannot. Because of consistency concept. Hey, someone cannot. Why cannot? Imagine if I use straight line method, 1,000, then 20 divide depreciate by 5 years old, what first is 20,000. Okay, I expect your pattern will be 20,000, 20,000, isn't it? But suddenly, so this year 1, my depreciation is 20,000. Then next year, I say I change to reducing balance method. Reducing balance method is different. Is the cost minus your last year accumulated depreciation times the percentage. It will give you a percentage. That one will be lesser. Definitely is lesser than 20,000. So then your comparison, your expenses, okay, will be different already. 20,000 first year. This year, I don't want to report so many profit, or I made a lot of loss. Sorry, I made a lot of loss. I don't want to report so many loss. I adjust my depreciation. I go to change reducing balance method. Cannot. Answer is cannot. Like that, you are manipulating your account. Okay, from straight line, then you change to reducing balance method. So the depreciation is lesser. Then next year onward, business good already. I go back to straight line method. Then you are manipulating your account. So no consistency. Okay, so cannot. Okay, so because if without this consistency concept, you can play around with your depreciation. Right or not? This year 我 suka 我放弃 straight line method. Next year 有 profit 很低，我就放弃reducing balance method， 所以我的 depreciation 少一点。然后 business 好了说我又回去 straight line method，then 你的 profit 就是这个 ，then no comparison anymore， 那你的 account 是 not trustable anymore。Okay, so this is why this is enable for user of the financial statement to compare. Highlight this word, compare the financial statement. Okay, in different years. Okay, for financial performance of the business over the accounting period. Right now, so if you just if you keep changing your accounting methods every year, then as minimum you cannot do comparison anymore this year and last year. Okay, so the profit reported also not trustable, not comparable. Okay, so this is meant by consistency. In other words, accounting method you choose apply already, you choose apply for the first time, you have to apply consistently. Every year, with year 1 you adopt a straight line method, every year you use straight line method forever. Okay, so you cannot change it unless you got special reason, otherwise it's not allowed. Okay, 如果没有这个 consistent concept, you can do anything you want. That's very dangerous, right now. Okay, right. Okay, 明白啊? Okay, next one, objectivity. Objectivity. Okay, objectivity is the evidence. Okay, highlight this. Evidence 是什么? Evidence 是证据, right? Okay, evidence must be used to record the business transaction. Okay, and therefore the original source documents are required in order to provide evidence support the business transaction. Remember, we have one topic called source document, isn't it? Right, you should know what is source document if you have completed your assignment. So why we need to learn source document? Because of this objectivity concept. Okay, you cannot simply tell what you want to report in your books. You must be support with your evidence. The evidence will be the source document. Okay, so 现在你明白为什么你要读 source document 吗? Okay, because of the objectivity. Okay, 不是白读的Okay, objectivity very easy. Okay, next one is the matching. Okay, matching is what? Matching is in determining the profit or loss for the business. The revenue earned has to be matched with the expenses associated with the earnings that revenue in the same accounting periods. And therefore, the cost and expenses have to be matched with the regular revenue, regardless of whether these costs and expenses have been paid or not paid. Okay, so matching is used to determine the company profit and loss. Okay, so in this matching and accrual is a brother sister blended together. Okay, so for matching is you want to recognize this revenue. Let's say 1 year is 12 months revenue. You want to recognize 12 months revenue, you must match with 12 months expenses. Okay, regardless whether you pay or not pay. Okay, that means to say, let's say I like me like what okay, like Mr. DIY， 你们去过 Mr. DIY 买东西吗？是 cash 跟的吗？对不对？ Okay, but when he buy from his supplier 是 credit term 的哦，对不对 ？Okay， 应该是啊，一定是的。Okay， so you see 啊 ，for him to recognize sales， 我收你钱我就 record 了。Okay, I do record cash sales record. But when I buy goods from the supplier, okay, Mr. I buy from the supplier is on credit term. Maybe they only pay next year. I say this whole year. Do you think that Mr. Dewan need to recognize the purchases amount? Yes or no? 他还没还钱，可是已经买了货，已经卖给你们了。你觉得他会 ？How do you think? Do you think that he has to recognize the purchase? Awesome. Yes or no? Come again, if you miss my product, miss my point. Mr. DI, think about that. He sells to you in the cash term. Of course, you will think it's recognized sales, right? But for let's say this year. Okay, but actually, Mr. DY have a credit sales from the supplier, credit purchases from the supplier. You only pay next year. Do you think these 12-month purchases you have to recognize in this year? Answer is yes. Okay, otherwise you recognize this year's sales, but no cost. Cannot be right. Then next year you only value at the cost. Cannot, right? So no. So this is called matching concept. You want to recognize this much of revenue, then you have to match against same period of expenses, even though you cannot pay or pay, not a problem. Same goes to sales. If you want to recognize the sales, you already sell the goods to them, regardless whether you pay or not pay. Right? So this is a matching. So matching is asking you that okay. Purchases, you need to recognize, but you haven't received money yet, haven't paid money yet, how? Then accrual concept comes in. Okay, accrual concept say what? Revenue is recorded when earned. Okay, how this word? When earned. Revenue is recorded when earned, and expenses is incurred. Is recorded when incurred. Okay. 什么叫 earn？ 什么叫 what is means by earn and what is means by incurred? Earn doesn't mean that you receive the money. Remember that. Earn doesn't mean that you receive the money. Okay. Earn means to say I sell the goods to you. You already received the good. Okay, and you already acknowledge the receipt. Then I can bill you. So therefore we have a double entry. What is the double entry of credit sales? Debit. Trade receivable, right? And then credit sales. So we record the sales and recognize the sales. Okay, so even though we didn't receive any money from our customer, but we still record this as a sales. Okay, this is called earn. 明白吗？我送了货给你，我就可以 recognize 这个 sales. Alright, it's called earn. 明白 ？Okay, remember. 就算你没有我还我钱不用紧。Okay, 我就是 recognize， 因为我送货给你。And the other one is expenses. Expenses can I want to recognize I have to recognize expenses so long I have incurred. Incurred 什么意思 Incurred here means to say I already enjoy the goods. I already enjoy the services. Then even though I haven't paid you, I still recognize the expenses. Like the purchases that I told you. I already bought the goods to you, but I haven't paid you. I'll pay you next week or next month. I need to recognize the purchases now. Okay, because I received the goods. Same goes to electricity bill. Okay. Electricity bill normally they will do it after the month end, after the year end or month end. So this month, January, electricity bill, you only receive the bill in February, early February. So for the business, they need to recognize the January electricity bill in January. Okay, even though you didn't receive the bill yet, so you have to estimate. Okay, you have to estimate how much you then recognize it in that month. Okay, so this is called incurred. Okay, and therefore the revenue is accrued when the goods are delivered. You see, okay, the revenue is accrued when there's accrued means recognized lah. Accrued means recognized, and for the services performed, and regardless of whether the payment has been received or not. Okay, you see whether regardless whether you receive the money or not. Okay, and same goes to expenses, and they are accrued when they are incurred to earn the revenue, regardless of whether the payment has been made or not. Okay, so these are the accrual concept. So accrual concept is tell you that no matter you have paid or you have received, okay, so long you enjoy the good or so long you sell the good, you have to recognize it. Okay, why you have this accrual concept? Because of matching. Okay, matching that if you don't do like that now, you never can match your product. Your profit cannot be matched to everyone. Then your profit will be up and down. Okay, so last time those our parent, not our parent, my grandparents time, they do business based on cash basis. They recognize their profit based on cash basis. 就是讲我今天赚到钱，我收到的钱以为是我赚到的钱，可是是不对的，因为你还要记得你还要还人家的钱，所以有些 businessman， 我看过一个 businessman， 他很搞笑，他每次讲他赚钱，可是我觉得他不赚钱啊。然后我 because he always thought he said I spend so much money, then I say then how much is the cost? He told me 我不知道哦，很像那个人来跟我讲拿钱的时候，我就给他钱了。OK， so 然后我讲当你给他钱，总之他跟我收钱，我给他钱，我还剩钱，就是我就赚了钱。可是他不知道这个月他收的钱，他还的是上个月那个 supplier， 他还欠 supplier 嘛，他还的是上个月的 cost， 所以他的 profit 就是这个月的 income match last month expenses, which is not good, not correct, because it's not up and down. You cannot match the last month expenses, isn't it? So let's say this month you don't have any expense income anymore. Then how are you going to sustain? The cost will come in, isn't it? Because the cost is incurred last month. Now you pay this month. So end up his business failed because he do not know how to do the accrual concept, right? So this is the accrual concept. Okay. Okay, give you some time to digest before we go for the lecture illustration. In January, say just remember the formula only. Atas cost reducing assets. January correct. Either coverage rules is the cost times the percentage of on number of years, okay, and the idea baki kurang is cost minus. Thank you. Okay, January. Okay. I just saw your type message. I'm sorry, I just now didn't see your message. Okay, let's continue for the lecture illustration. Okay, let's look at here. January, okay, let's say you have a good purchase on credit for the month of 50,000, okay, in January, 1st January, and on 31st January, 50% of the good purchase on 1st of January was sold for 100,000. Okay, that means you buy this good, but you sell it in January month, okay, then 100,000, all right? But the sales collection is made in February. You sell already, but you only receive the money next month, okay? So here they ask you, how much cost of goods sold should be charged in January? You know what is cost of goods sold or not? Okay, okay. So cost of goods sold, that means how much sales you have, then you should have a cost of goods sold, right? So before you answer this, maybe you answer, answer how much? Okay, how much the cost of goods sold should be charged? Should you charge 50,000 or 100,000 or what? Then you have to ask yourself, when you sell the good? January, you sell the good in January, right? So the cost of goods sold should be charged in January, right or not? Then how much you have sell? A good, you have to buy 50,000, but you only sell for 50%, right? So your cost of goods sold should be 25,000. All right, it's 25,000. Okay. 50% of the cost, the purchase cost, 50,000. All right, so it's 25,000. Cannot. This is your cost of goods sold. Then next one is when and how the sales will be recognized as revenue. When? You should recognize in January or February. You sell in January, but you receive the money in February. So in January or February? February, right? Right, February, right? You sell in January, but you still collect in February. January or February? February, yeah. You sold this good on January, isn't it? On 31st, you sell these goods in January, but you receive. Just now, accrual concept say what? So long you sold the goods to your customer, regardless you pay or not pay, it will still recognize as your sales, isn't it? So it will be recognized in January. How much? 100,000. Because you sell this is 100, your sales value is 100,000. Okay, but your cost is half only one, so the cost is the whole purchases is 50,000, but you sell half, so the cost is only 25,000. Okay, so next one, for those unsold goods, it should be charged to which account? 你有50千 the cost purchases, half, that means 25,000, you already charge the cost. The remaining you go to where? 那个是什么 unsold good is called what? Inventory, yes. Okay, inventory. Okay, so remember I told you when you have buy some but purchase inventory, you don't charge inventory first, charge the purchases first. End of the month, we will see how much we already sold, we will charge it to purchases, right? Charge it the cost of the sold. 剩下的我们就不去 inventory. Okay, 现在明白为什么不 charge inventory Okay, why we do not charge inventory first, charge purchases. So at the end, we will cover how much is unsold good, then only you charge inventory. All right? Inventory. And how much is the profit in January? Yes. Okay, you use the sales minus the cost of goods sold, then you will get 75,000. Okay, this is how you get accrual. Okay, imagine if you do not have this accrual concept, then it's like those uncle no study account. How are they going to recognize it? 他就是好像我那朋友这样 like my friends who do not know accounts, he always say he's make profit. He will do like that. Okay? Purchase goods on 50,000 and he pay on that. 他就 charge 50,000 Okay, charge 50,000 this month in January. So all charge cost 50,000. Then subsequently, he sell this good 100,000. Then he charge. January he do not recognize the sales. He recognized the sale in February. So January he lost 50,000. February he profit 100%, 100,000. So total profit is about 10. First month is lost because no revenue, only purchases, and he charged all the purchases as his expense. So first year he making a profit of 50,000. Next year he make a profit of 100%, 100,000. So the profit is like that, right now. So this is why we cannot use cash basis to recognize profit. We should have based on accrual basis. All right. So this profit can only be realistic. So how about this 25,000? This inventory, the inventory is also 25,000 because half month. So this inventory you will charge it as a cost of goods sold next year when there's another sales again. Okay. So this is how this shows. Okay. And what are the accounting concept match in A and B? Accrual concept and prudence both. Okay, both together. Okay. A is matching because we want to match it, and B is accrual. Okay, even though we haven't earned this profit yet, this we haven't received the revenue yet. Okay, but we have to recognize these bills. Okay, so B is the accrual. A is why we cannot charge full because we want to match this against our revenue. Okay, so these are the concepts that apply. Okay, next one we look at the cost of the inventory of is 250,000 due to the obsolescence. The obsolescence that means is outdated stocks. Okay, obsolescence of the product, and the market value of the inventory is 200,000. Okay, which of the inventory value should be taken? You buy that time is 250,000, but after a while this product not laku, okay, not sellable, and the price is dropped to the selling price is dropped to 200,000. So now you should take which value as of inventory value? 200,000, the lowest one. Okay, so answer is 300,000. Okay, why you do like that? Which accounting concept allows you to do this? Which accounting concept allows you to do this? Which one? Go back and check your notes. Which one allows you that inventory is an asset, right? So we do not want to overstate our asset, even though you bought it is 250,000 original cost, but now because the market value is dropped, so yes, conservations or prudence concept. Okay, it's prudence or conservatism. Okay, last one. You can put either one, prudence or conservatism also. Next one is a rental receipt of 3,000 from a new tenant, okay, which include 1,000 in rental deposit. How much rental income should be recognized in the month? Yeah, okay, so even though you receive 3,000, okay, but 1,000 out of this 3,000, 1,000 is a deposit. Deposit is not your income yet. Okay, you may need to return fund to that one. Okay, so you should only recognize the 2,000 only. Okay, the 1,000 deposit you have to charge it to that. It's called current asset. Okay, it's a current liability, current liability, because it's a rent received in advance or deposit received. Okay, so rental receipt is only 2,000. Okay, the 1,000 deposit will be recorded as liability. All right, and we call it rent receipt in advance or deposit received. Okay, so this is how. Without this kind of concept, without this kind of accrual concept, then you will simply recognize the rental 3,000. When later people come and collect the deposit from you, then you say this might be I'm making a loss. Actually, this is not a loss. This is you receive more money than the profit. Okay. Okay, so with this illustration, hope that you understand more on the concept. Okay, and it's important. Until now, I'm teaching my degree student. Okay, they are still learning. But of course, they learn higher level. Okay, but they're still learning on this. Okay, so this is the rules. This is the games that for you to prepare your accounts. How much? Okay, so now give me 1 minute. I want to do something with you. Any questions for the accounting concept? Okay, so far clear. Usually you do some tutorial question and go to your ebooks, try some, and you get better. Okay, I want to do some revision question with you all. Okay, because next week I afraid I have no time. Next week is a non-current asset topic. It's a heavy topic. Okay, so I afraid I have no time. So I do some revision with you all today. Okay, so can you go to your Google Classroom? Google Classroom, and then download. Okay, just open this one questions. There are 3 questions for you. Okay, I just try to get one. It's not quite clear. Actually, have asked you to do 3 statements. Okay, no complete. Okay, yeah, yes, later I will come along again. Okay. I just go through briefly with you all the questions. Have you all tried the question already? Any problems? No problem. Too easy, Alright, function is very easy. Yes, sir. Then I need to find a little bit already. My questions. Yeah, I use this. I want to download. Let's see what questions are. Okay. Okay, so look at the revision question 1. Okay. The balance extract from the book of G. Ryan at 31st December 20x8 are given below. Alright. So, oh, very good. Now I see it's very too bright. Actually, you all supposed to dim the light, I didn't know.
No, because the pink color.
Oh,
The screen is actually white.
good, oh. Oh, good. I got the report to the office already. Can adjust one?
Is it? How to adjust? Got remote control punya meh?
No leh, here. On and off. Blank. That's it.
Control from where? I don't know leh. Pink color.
Never mind, then you use
Use no laptop to start with it. Okay, never mind, you use a handphone to see that. Okay, so here they give you some items. Okay, so first of all, I would like you all to do me here they ask you to prepare a statement of profit and loss, and then actually this got part B. Part B is ask you to prepare the SOFP, okay, statement of financial position as at the 31st December X9. Okay, now I want everyone take this time, tell me, okay, do me a trial balance first. Come up with a trial balance because this is not a trial balance yet. Okay, do me a trial balance, then tell me what is the amount. I haven't do it yet, so we do together. So I go through. Debit is what? Sorry, debit is drawing is what? Is debit side or credit side? Debit, so you put in the side at the side debit. Then drawing is what? Asset, equity, liability. Liability. Equity is under SOFP. Case data liability. Then next one. Heating and lighting. Heating and lighting is this one because I extract it from the e-books. This one is actually UK term. Lighting and heating is electricity lah. It's what? Debit or credit side? Debit debit. This one is what? Expenses. Expenses go to where? SOFP or SOPL? SOPL. Alright? So, what is it all about? Okay. I do that. You can see another.
你再帮我一起。又制作了。No need. I use my camera. Okay. 看到没有？不用紧张，等下我才用我的 camera。Now I continue doing this first lah. You jot down. Okay, we do together later. The trial balance you do yourself. I will show you my answer in the SOPL, SOFP only.
Okay. I will do the SOFP and SOPL here. But I need you to continue to run me the trial balance. Carriage hour, sorry, stationery and postage is what? Debit side or credit side? Debit is the expenses, SOPL. Carriage hour. Carriage hour, debit or credit? Debit, expense or income? Expense, so SOPL. Okay. Insurance, debit side, also expense SOPL. Wages and salary, expense, debit. All right. Inventory, debit or credit? Debit. What is this? So no asset. It's a cost of goods sold. It's a cost of goods sold. Only closing inventory is a cost of is inside. Okay, so it's a cost of goods sold. It's in the SOPL. Purchases. Purchases is a debit. It's part of the cost of goods sold. It's SOPL. Sales revenue. Revenue is income. It's a revenue. It's SOPL. It's a credit side. Credit. Rental and rates. Rental and rates is a debit or credit. It's an expenses, isn't it? So it's a debit side. Okay, debit. General expenses. Debit. Okay, debit is an expense. Discount receipt. Credit is an income. Okay, SOPL. Plant and machinery is a debit side. It's in the SOFP under non-current asset. Cash at bank, debit, current asset in SOFP. Cash in hand, also the same, is debit. All right, under the current asset SOFP. Trade receivable. Trade receivable is also current asset in the debit. All right. And trade payables, non-current asset is credit side. Sales return. Sales return. Sales return is debit rate. It's a debit. Okay. This one you will go to your SOPL. Okay. Show a separate line minus from your sales value then. Okay. And purchase return. Purchase return is a credit side. You go to your SOPL minus from your purchaser there. Okay. All right. So now you want me to show in here or show the Excel better? Excel better, huh? I think Excel better. Okay, for you to do this kind of question, trial balance is how much? I don't want to show trial balance. Can anyone tell me total debit is how much? 有人做了吗？ Did you do the trial balance or? 不一样吗？哦，所以我是 on the spot ask 你们咯，做了没有？没有做，没有做。给你们时间做，我看我的手机啊，开始比赛啊。居然也。Okay, those who try the trial, do the trial balance, okay, those have finished already, you can try your SOPL, okay. So how much is the total debits figures for your trial balance? Anyone have tried it?
Oh, okay. 42 is okay. I don't know if whether it's correct.
Okay, well, not balance. Okay, we do the trial balance first. Can anyone give me the trial balance figures? Debit side and credit side should be the same. Yeah, no, to try. Nobody do ah?
127.
481278,
I don't know whether it's correct or not.
对吗 trial balance, trial, anyone, can you show me what is your trial balance figures? Do the trial balance first. Okay, 那我们 check 一下啊，跟我讲 ，OK 来，drawing is debit, okay? See, someone tell me to press hand，跟我讲对吗？来，我们一起做啊。你这 debit first 啊，that drawing is debit, okay? You type 71801, add hitting selecting, add, okay, debit, add stationery also, add 513, carriage hours also, add insurance, add debit, wages and salary, add opening entry, add purchases also add in, revenue no, revenue is the credit side, rent rates yes, add in, material expenses is add, discount receipt no, fund and machinery add, cash and bank add it together, okay, trade receiver add in, and then labor no, sales return yes. So how much? So then after that, the rest you will credit side. Okay, or we but I think there's a debit is how much? Then this credit is how much? Debit is it 312248? Yes or no? You get 312248. No, don't think how much you get is how much? 得不到。31 2288，然后应该是很多人选 debit credit side credit side 应该是少过这个的，因为有一个 balancing figure。325247啊。Then you can minus the 312288 minus 252447 is how much?
Five nine eight four
59841 is it a capital? Okay, fine. I think it's a capital. Okay, we put the the difference or every is that 252448 then capital is how then the remaining I think is a capital. Capital is how much then? The balancing. 5.87啊，你点少不点啊？See whether you can balance, should be balance what? Who balance that? So capital is the capital balance. How much is the capital? You use the total debit minus the total credit is how much? Use 312288 minus 252447 is how much? 59841. Okay. Okay, I think this is the capital. Okay, anyway, I do not have the answers with me. Okay. Okay, now let's just do the P&L first. Okay, let's just do the P&L now. I forgot to transfer the figure.
Okay, first you look at your questions, student, you look at your questions. Okay, for you to prepare these questions, you have to come up with the statement of profit or loss, okay, for the year ended, 31st December X9, right? And then statement is this one. Okay, and this is the format. Okay, this is the format that you need to do that. Okay. Okay, 你们做到先，我找一找我 answer 在哪。Stop sharing for a while. I think the capital is not 5 something, it should be 43166. Profit should be, the capital should be 43166. Okay, now we don't do power balance, we do serial P&L first, okay? Let's do one by one. Is it this one, right? You're doing this one, is it? What is your gross profit figure? What is the gross profit figure? Is it 62081?
90670.
没有，它里面那个
Value of stars of other institutions already.
different
Wow.
Oh.
这边可以提吗？
没有
也是 G 来用。
也是一样，它的那个额外的要什么？
Oh, the sales figure is different. The rest?
Oh, other so
difference 啊，
Yeah.
哎，我们做自己做自己的，
哇，
哎，我们自己做我们自己的 question 就好了。OK，let's I want to see the material one. What is my question? Sorry. Okay. 7-1. Okay, we go for one by one now. I think I show entire screen easier. Okay, we don't talk about then I think the balancing is a capital. Okay, then when we use the P&L and SOP to help us to find. Okay, drawing is 780. Okay, so 7,180 is this one is go to your SOP under the equity, right? So you go to the you draw up with this worksheet first, okay? Okay, so I want you to remember this worksheet is important. So for the cap drawing, is normally is under the equity part, okay? It's under the equity. So capital normally is you leave one blank for the profit or loss, so you go for your drawings, okay? Drawing is a -1, so you less drawings. Okay, so it's 710, okay? It's minus. Okay, next item is heating and lighting. Okay, so heating and lighting is a normal expenditure. Is here. How much is the heating and lighting? 3242. If my people, I thought wrongly, I think 2342. Okay. So next one is stationery and postage, also the same. Okay, it's expenses, expenditure, storage, carriage, stationery. Okay, so how much is the stationery? 518. And the next one is what? Carriage hours, 2712 is a carriage hours. Right. Remember, carriage hours is a normal expenditure, and insurance, 3452. Insurance, Wages and salary here, you see they combine, so wages and salary will be at 6,000. Inventory is the cost of goods sold. Remember, in the opening inventory, this one is the first item of cost of goods sold. So here is how much is that? 80,040. Okay, next one is purchases. Okay, purchases you will put under cost of goods sold as well. Okay. So how much is the purchases? 142,000. Alright. Next one is the sales revenue. So sales revenue is 249,000. 249. 249. Next one is rents and rates. Okay, is an expense. how much upfront and next is 5670. Okay, and then general expenses. General expenses is how much? 2470, 2790, 2790, yes. Okay, next one is the discount receipt. Discount receipt is an income to you, all right? Discount receipt is an income, so you have to under here. How much is it? 747. The next one is what? Plant and machinery. Plant and machinery is under non-current asset. 17183. Okay, next one is a cash and bank one. Okay, before you put cash and bank, I always suggest students leave two lines, one for the inventory, one for the trade receivable. Okay, so only the bank and cash. So bank is 6126. Cash is 125. Trade receivable is one of the current asset, 3660. Just put short form, because lazy to cover. In exam, you cannot put short form for those items. Trade payable is current liability, 1250. So there's no non-current, so you just put current. Okay, 250, right? And sales return and sales purchase. So sales return you minus from a sales return here, from a revenue here. Sales return 122.90. So that is a net sales. And there's a sales purchase. It's a purchase. Okay, so you will have a net purchase here. Okay, one more thing if you don't forget is you have to post in your closing inventory before that, all right? So go to your questions. You got one more thing is at the closing, inventory is 64,750, all right? So you will have to go to the post in this, okay? Minus it, okay, when you get this already, post it in first. Let's closing inventory here on the total purchases then. How much is the closing inventory? $64,750, 64750. Okay, so this is the cost of goods sold. Okay? And you will get your gross profit. Do you get your gross profit 90,670? 670, correct? Correct, yeah. Then you will add in your other income. Okay, since this one, we can just move it to here. And the total income first. Then you have to total up your expenditures. You can use the AutoSum function to AutoSum this if you're familiar with your formula. Okay, so we will use this. So this is the net profit. You get net profit 7,393. Okay, so this is the net profit. Make it simplify a little bit. Okay. This is the net profit. Okay, remember the net profit figure is part of your equity, right? You got to add it to your here. Okay, add it to your capitals here. Profit for the year. Okay, done this already. Then we can close off our. Remember, for the closing inventory, one is appear in your cost of goods sold. Okay. The other one you need to post it to your current asset. Okay, so inventory. $64750. Okay, so this is a total asset, current asset. Total up your current asset with your non-current assets, then you will get your total asset of. You get 981,844 for total asset. That's a total here. Okay, now we do not have the capital figure. Okay, we do not have the capital figure. So if the question doesn't ask us to do the trial balance, okay, so we will use this to find out what is the capital figures. All right, we know that it should be the same. The total liability and equity should supposed to tie back to your total asset. Am I right? So you will get 91844 first. Okay, here. Now I want to find out how much is my total liability. How much is my total liability? This is how you get it. This plus this is supposed to get this, isn't it? The total liability, equity plus the total liability, you should get this now. So now you work backward. You use your 91844 minus 1,220, then you will get your equity. All right. After that, you work backwards. Okay, you work backward. Big capital plus this minus this, you get this. So you will divide it already. Use this. Okay. Minus plus Okay, at minus in class. Get this correct. Okay, so you get 59841. Okay, just now our things also, just now we check also 59, the balance is it? That's right. Now let me check out my chats. So I remember we had something. 5984, yeah, 5894. Okay, so either you use a trial balance to find your capital, or you can find this. Okay, this is the answer. I'm not going to send it to you. Okay, I want you to do yourself. Okay, you track this yourself. Okay, and please remember in this kind of statement, financial statement, either it will come up in your final exam or in your coursework. Okay, so this is why I want to make sure everyone get familiarize yourself, okay, with this kind of statement. All right, how the format works, how does it post. Okay, please get yourself familiarize it. Okay, if you want to pass your exam. I was surprised when I marked my second year students exam papers. Sometimes they will give me revenue is under equity, capital is under sales like that. This one I cannot expect. Okay, so I changed my method. Is I want students know this word. This is very fundamental. Okay, yeah. So right down here. So question 2 and 3, can you do yourself? Okay.
The question you only got.
Oh yeah, question 3 right? Not from me, right? Question 3. Okay. After this I send to you already. Okay. Okay, we stop here today. Enough for today. I think so many things. Okay, bye-bye. And there's a question asked here. Yongxian asked, Miss, for the current assets must start with the inventory feasible first. Yes, Yongxian. Okay, make yourself get used to it, okay, because it's a requirement actually. Of course, in your level, it's not so penalized on that, but I prefer you all to learn it now. Okay, because in later stage, you for the basic you have to from the non-liquid activity. So normally inventory entry is the inventory should be the first item for the current. Okay, yes, Yongxian. Okay, bye. Have a good day.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, you can go back and sleep already now. So chilly today.